When I first started working at the city of Aurora in January of 2024, some of my coworkers said, hey, we want to get to know you. Meet us at Aurora Tap House after work. And I said, I don't think I know where that is. And they said, yes, you do. It's the longest bar in Aurora. And I said, actually, I do know where that is. And it's the longest bar in Kane County. You might be asking, how long is the longest bar in Kane County? I don't know, but we're going to find out in this episode of Aurora Eats. Come join me. Aurora Tap House is one of our favorites here in Downtown Aurora, and I'm joined by the owner, Dan. I've been coming here for, I don't want to say how long, because I'm afraid somebody will look back.
Date you.
Somebody will date me and go back a little bit too far. But I've been coming here for a long time, since it was the web.
That's correct.
And when did it turn into Aurora Tap
So
House?
2018 is when we purchased the bar, and then end of 2019, beginning of 2020 is when we changed it from the web to the Aurora Tap House.
And you still kind of incorporate the web and the feeling of the web
100%. Yeah. So the web was a part of my family and my family history my entire lifetime growing up. So my grandmother, Marguerite, is the one that started the bar. Mm-hmm. When she started the bar, it's 2-3 years, and then she passed away. She left it to my mom and her 2 daughters. And then they ran it for the next 46 years.
Yeah.
And then in 2018, they decided they wanted to retire. So I bought out the bar and kind of revamped it and did our own little kind of bar rescue to it.
I think it's kind of cool because it still feels similar, but it's updated. It seems lighter. It seems a little more refreshing, and I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of work into it. New flooring, the tables that we made, lighting things up. We kind of stuck with the tradition of not having like traditional lights in the bar. It's still backlit by all the neon signs and everything that's hanging around. So it kind of gives it like a really warm feel.
So this is not only the longest bar in Aurora, it's the longest bar in Kane County.
From what I'm understanding, it's the longest bar in Kane County.
How long is it?
It is from end to end without the curves at 63 feet.
63 feet, that's like a semi.
It's very long.
Bigger than a semi. So let's talk about when people come in that have never experienced Aurora Tap House, what would you tell them it's like coming here?
This is kind of like the Wisconsin bar that you go to on a vacation, or somewhere you've been where you're like, I wish I had a bar like this at home. Yeah. This is that bar.
Like it's kind of like Cheers too, I feel like. When I come here after work hours, not on work hours, but when I come here for a drink, it's like people know everybody. Or even if you don't know somebody, it's like you get to know a friend here.
Like during the week, we have our regulars that come in and buy lottery tickets and just come in to read the newspaper or whatever they're doing, maybe place some bets down at the casino and then walk down here. But then on the weekends, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's completely different crowd.
And you guys do special events and karaoke and
we're doing
Singo?
Yeah, we got Singo during the week, kind of switches between bingo and Singo. So we're doing that on Thursdays. And then on Friday nights, we're doing alternating bands. And then every other weekend, we're doing karaoke. So, which is kind of cool.
And you guys love to give back too. Part of being a restaurant and bar is giving back, and you 100%. Have a really big golf outing that you've been doing. We
do the Aurora Tap House golf outing, and that golf outing, 100% of the proceeds goes to the Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry. This is our second year doing it. We took over from the Marines when they kind of dropped out of their position working with the food pantry. To date, in the 2 years that we've been doing it for them, we've raised over $100,000 worth of money for food.
That's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. A good community feel. One thing that I want to mention before we go back into the kitchen, I was talking to Kenny the other day, and he was telling me that at one point before this was a bar, it was like a crematory. Or a funeral home or something?
Yeah, so the history of the bar goes back way back. The building was built in like 1904.
Yeah.
Healy Chapel, which is now up the street from us right now, that they were like one of the original tenants that were here. So when you walked in this place, on one side it was caskets. Like this is where people came to like make their funeral arrangements for family members and stuff like that.
Wow, people are just dying to come here and have a drink.
And they're still dying to come here to have a drink.
Such a bad joke, but it's a
dad
great
joke.
bar.
It's a good dad joke.
So I would love to head back into the kitchen.
Sure.
Maybe the pizza here is great. The nachos here are great. Yep. So I want to maybe.
Wings, yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff.
Well, let's go back there and put some stuff together.
All right, sounds good.
So Dan, when you told me that you have a small kitchen, you weren't lying.
No,
this is what's called
it's a galley kitchen.
A galley kitchen. Yeah. And there's a lot going on there, but we can't even fit in there at this point.
No.
So let's talk about your menu here
at
Aurora Tap House. What do you guys serve?
So we have everything from pizza to trash can nachos. We have specialty sandwiches and our wings. That's what the wings and pizza is what everybody knows us for.
So when it comes to the pizza, I know a lot of bars will just throw frozen pizza in, but not
Correct.
you guys.
No, we're doing everything fresh. We're doing everything from scratch. It's our own sauce recipe. It's kind of a mix on an older recipe, an older restaurant that was here that's been long gone in Aurora.
Yeah.
I was trying to revive that recipe.
Yeah.
And that's what it's pretty close to. And that's what most people don't realize, our pizzas, how good they are.
Yeah.
And they come here and they eat it and they're like,
oh my gosh,
wow, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and that's the traffic we're trying to attract right now, is the people that don't know that we actually do serve food.
I know everybody at City Hall, when they found out we were coming here and going to be in the kitchen, they were like, bring us back some pizza. I'm like,
we'll send you back with plenty.
Right. And before we even started rolling, you were telling me everybody's related here, right?
Yes,
basically.
in some way. So like I said, my grandmother was one that started. It's been in my family. I've grown up in Aurora my entire life on the east side of Aurora. My niece still works here. My sister helps with the books. I have another sister that bartends.
Yeah.
My partner, Chris Gonzalez, who's in the business with me. This is his daughter back here. She's helping us out in the kitchen. His oldest sister comes in and helps on busy nights on Friday nights. So it is definitely a family affair.
Yeah. I want to talk about, because when I was here the other day, because I come here all the time, the trash can tacos.
Yeah, the trash can nachos.
Trash can nachos.
Trash can nachos.
And so it just amazed me to see. I mean, am I just sheltered that?
No, it's just
I clapped when I saw that.
We were trying to come up with something unique, something different, that when a way to come and present something, order something, and something that'll make people remember us.
Yeah.
And the trash can nachos was kind of it. So it's just a hollowed out pizza sauce can, and then we layer the nachos, and then we come to your table, and when they take it off, it's presented that way, and it's like a tower of nachos that sits in front of you.
I think it's kind of unique, especially being a bar, that you use fresh ingredients and you're making things from scratch rather than just pulling something out of a freezer.
That's right.
And reheating it.
Our ranch is from scratch. Everything that we're trying to do as much, our sauces from scratch. Anything we can do. Some of the stuff, obviously, with confined, it's harder to do it with not as much equipment.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, everything is from scratch. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's very fresh and really good.
I can't wait. Well, she's finishing up some things here. We're going to sit down at a table, maybe grab a drink.
Absolutely.
And have some food.
Sounds great.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's some delicious food in front of us.
Got to drink first. Can't cheers in that drink.
That's true, especially when we're here. So we have the trash can nachos.
So these are our trash can nachos.
We have the pizza that you guys are famous for, but there's also some other things on the menu.
Yeah, we have our wings are something else. Our wings are brined for 24 hours prior. Then we have them smoked, and then when you order them, they're flash fried to order. So they're really good. All the sauces for the wings are made in-house. Chips for these, same thing. We get local company for all of our tortillas, and we fry all the tortillas ourselves. So these are not chips out of a bag. So we try to put a special touch on everything that we do.
It's unheard of, I feel like, for a bar, which is pretty cool.
Which been trying to set ourselves apart, and we're hoping that people come here and enjoy it and see that we are a little bit different.
It's come a long way since it was the web.
Yes, it has.
I'll say that, but what would you say you're most well-known for? Would it be the nachos? Would it be the pizza when it comes to food?
I would say it's a combination of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah, combination of the three.
And the wings?
Yeah, the wings, the nachos, and the pizza is what we're most known for.
Well, I can't wait to dig in.
Give it a whirl.
So I know that you don't do this alone though, right?
No, so in the bar I have a partner, Chris Gonzalez. He's also a City of Aurora worker. He grew up born and raised in Aurora. I was born and raised in Aurora. We became really good friends as we were kids, riding bikes, playing baseball together at Andrew and Dolan Field. And we've been friends since we were kids. When this opportunity came up, I knew I couldn't handle it all on my own with me still having a day job that I work. Yeah. So Chris came in with me to be a part of the business and carry on that family tradition.
Yeah. I love hearing stories like this because, you know, it's great to have big restaurants and national change. But what I love is people that grew up here, people that live here, people that want to reinvest here and grow their businesses here. And you're kind of the epitome of that because you have this, you have another restaurant, maybe another restaurant, and you're so ingrained in the community, and that's what you're all about. You love Aurora.
100%. I mean, we talked about it earlier too. It goes back to our current mayor.
Yeah.
Like we used to work at a grocery store together when we were kids.
Yeah.
And so all of us just grew up working, like just being a part of the community. And that's what this is all about, is not just being a local bar taking from the community. We want to give back to the community. We want to be we want everyone to come in, enjoy themselves, feel safe, have fun, and just have a really cool place to come to and, have food and drink.
What was teenage Mayor Irvin like at the grocery store? Are you allowed to talk about that?
I think we could talk about that. He was a great guy. He was that same inviting guy he is now. Always that big smile, the big handshake. Yeah. Aurora's kind of like that biggest, smallest town you've ever known. Like if you were born here, raised here, somehow it's like 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon. Everybody knows each other.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like everybody knows each other.
It's crazy and a little bit scary at the same time.
When you're younger, growing up, you don't get away with as much as you thought you could. We didn't need Facebook back then. The network was all the parents talking.
Right, exactly. All right, well, I can't wait to dig in.
Go ahead and
Aurora Tap House, thank you so much for letting us come in and learn more about you and Kenny and Casey and all the whole crew here.
Sounds great.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.